undisciplined, uncharacteristic in all the penalties, though, too. You guys have been really good at not getting a lot of penalties, and you had a bunch early, and it was kind of hard to stop, wasn't it?
Yeah, we shot ourselves in the foot a lot. Even though they called the first penalty on Talon, they called it on, it should have been on me, too, because I false started, that made him false start. So, there's a little bit of excitement there. You just kind of just get ready to play. So, some are understandable, but we know when we watch the film and stuff, there'll be a lot of uncharacteristic things that we know we should have done differently, and we know we could have made. And that's the most frustrating part of knowing you could have done better. So, we'll just watch the film, get back to work.
I know the streak isn't what you want right now, but as Bowman said earlier, you still got a chance for a winning record. How do you flip it around in the right direction?
It's all about just taking it one game at a time, not necessarily looking too far ahead or just thinking about the record or anything like that. It's kind of what can we do today to move on and move forward, stuff like that. When you start looking ahead, that's when you can kind of think about this stipulation and that and what could happen, this and that. So it's just taking it day by day.
As such a veteran team, how disappointing is it to hear Mike after the game saying you guys got to do a lot of soul searching?
You got to do that in any phase of your life. Things are obviously not going our way. As people expected, but also as we expected to, as a team. So there's just a lot of things. Transfer board and all that stuff. New guys on the team. So there's things that you of course have to work on together and stuff. But you lose a game, kind of like the past two games, how we've lost, where we felt like we should have won the game. It is hurt. So when you go home, you're not gonna be happy. You're not gonna be, hanging out with your boys and stuff like that. So that is the soul searching that you do when you go home and you sit and think about this, what do I want to do, how does this feel and stuff like that. And you got to do that while getting back to work. So because he said it in there, it'd be easy right now to just throw in the tank. But I know this team, I know these players, and we're not gonna do that.
Imagine you might have talked about your touchdown already, but can you kind of take us through it? Was that maybe the best touchdown you've had in your career, you think?
I don't know. Probably a little bit, but it definitely felt good. It's just a normal screenplay on 3rd and 5. So just doing whatever I can. People like to spin me around sometimes. They like to just go for the big hits. So whenever they do that, I just felt like I just need to take advantage of it, kind of throw them off, and didn't really know how close I was to the sideline, but it was a decent play.
Did you know you scored?
Yeah.
The 2-point play, it looked like Ollie was maybe about to run. It looked like he kind of gave up on the pass, and then those. Were you expecting him to throw you the ball at any point, or?
No, supposed to go somebody else, but as I'm running out and I see him running, and I didn't know if he'd get there or not, but I was just trying to make myself available just in case. So it's kind of just a little scramble drill, improv. So ups to him for giving a great pass.
Are you thinking at all about the receptions record? Do you? Trying to keep that out of your head?
Not really. Just going out there and whatever we need for me to do. If they're hey, we need to go out here and catch 20 balls, cool. Last week I don't even think I had a catch until the last drive, and I didn't really care. So it's whatever the team needs me to do, I'm willing to do it. I know I've said that before, but I'm so serious about it. Doesn't really matter to me if I don't have a catch the rest of the season and we win every single game. So whatever they need me to do, that's what I'm gonna do.
What did you think of Allen today?
He was great. He's poised. He made the plays he made the plays when we needed him to make the plays and stuff. And he did great. As you said, he bounced back. This week, and then of course last week we played BYU. So he's just a great leader. He's a great person and stuff. And he's just a great quarterback that we have on this team.
Couple more, we have to go get on the
On
bus.
that 2-point catch, you basically full extension. Did you almost feel like you're 6'4" the way you reached out to grab that?
Well, he threw it wobbly and low, so I was let me just trap it under, and then when it popped up, I think I had that last week at BYU, so I was I'm not gonna drop this one, so a little bit.
How do you, when you have these kind of setbacks and heartbreaks week after week, how do you personally just stay committed and not let yourself kind of get beaten up by all of it?
Coach Goody, he said it in there too. He said he coached 11 years before he won over 5 games, and most of those are 4 win seasons. So to me that's, and he said there's a bunch of life lessons and stuff you can learn from this, and that's kind of how I think about it. You're not having a great season and stuff, but when you're married and you got a wife, you got kids and stuff like that, maybe they're pissing you off, maybe you don't want to go home and be the happiest person? Like, are you just gonna quit on them? Are you gonna quit on all the people that have invested in you, have been committed to you, like your teammates and your coaches and the fans and your family and stuff like that? Are you just gonna quit? Are you gonna put your head down and like keep working? And when you think about that, when you think you put in that perspective, like this game will one day would be taken away. Who's to say I'll play the rest of the season? Who's to say I'll have a chance to play in the league? So it's like every single day you have to attack it like it's your last, and you just gotta not think about like all the other stuff, because all the other stuff will fade. But like at the end of the day, it's like who you are as a person, who you are as a man, that will like take you a long way.